Most people scroll through Amazon every single week and never realize they're leaving real money on the table, not a little money. I'm talking about the kind of money that adds up to a full grocery run, maybe two by the end of the month. And the thing is, Amazon knows exactly what it's doing. These aren't accidents. These are systems designed to get you to pay more than you have to. But once you know how they work, you flip them around and use them for yourself. I want to be upfront with you right now. Number one on this list is the biggest one. It's the trick that the Amazon sales machine really does not want you to figure out, and I'm saving it for last because once you hear it, everything else clicks into place. So stick with me. Let's count these down from number 8. Number 8 is one that sounds almost too simple, and that's exactly why most people ignore it. If you have a product in your cart and you can wait even a day or two, wait. Amazon changes prices on millions of items every single day, sometimes multiple times a day. I've watched a set of storage containers drop $4 overnight while it was sitting in my cart. The cart itself acts like a little watch list. You can also paste the product link into a free price tracker and it will email you when the price falls. This is not complicated. It just requires a little patience, and patience is something our generation was raised to have. Number 7. This one surprised me the first time I found it, and I've mentioned it to friends who had been Prime members for years and had no idea it existed. Amazon has a section called coupons, and it's buried just enough that most people never land on it. You go to the main navigation, look for the today's deals area, and you'll find a coupons page. You click the coupon before you add the item to your cart, and the discount is applied automatically at checkout. I've stacked these with an already discounted item and walked away paying less than half the listed price. It is sitting there every single day, waiting, and most shoppers just never look. Number 6 is for anyone on a fixed budget who orders the same things over and over, things like vitamins, coffee filters, laundry detergent, paper towels. Amazon has a program called Subscribe and Save. You set up a recurring delivery anywhere from every 1 month to every 6 months, and you get at least 5% off. If you have 5 or more subscriptions active in the same month, that jumps to 15% on every one of them. I use it for about 7 items. Once a month, they show up at my door and I pay 15% less than the listed price on every single one. You can pause, skip, or cancel anytime with no penalty. The subscription is not a trap if you're already buying the item regularly. It's just the cheaper version of buying it. Number 5 is about something most people have already paid for and are not using fully. If you are a Prime member, you have access to Prime Reading, which includes a rotating library of books and magazines at no extra charge. I went 3 years paying for Prime and downloading library books on a separate app without knowing this existed. There is also a discount pharmacy through Amazon called RX Pass for Prime members, which gives you access to dozens of generic prescription medications for a flat monthly fee. That is worth investigating if you have regular prescriptions, because the savings can be substantial. Prime is not just shipping. Most people use about a third of what they're actually paying for. And speaking of getting more out of what you're already paying, if you've been watching and thinking, I want to know more practical stuff like this every week, go ahead and subscribe and turn on notifications. This is what we do here. Practical, no-nonsense tips that save you real money, nothing complicated, nothing that requires you to buy something new. Now let's keep going because the next ones are where it really starts to add up. Number 4 is the one that feels a little awkward but works every single time. If an item you ordered arrives damaged, late, or just not what you expected, Amazon's return and refund system is genuinely one of the most generous in retail. But here's the part people miss. If something arrives and the packaging is dented or the item has a small cosmetic flaw but it still works perfectly, you can contact customer service and ask for a partial refund instead of returning it. I did this with a blender that had a scratch on the base. They gave me a $12 credit without me sending anything back. You just have to ask. That phrase works on Amazon the same way it works at the deli counter and the pharmacy. Most people never ask. Number 3, and this is where the reframe comes in. When you see a product on Amazon sold by a third-party seller, the listing price is not necessarily the lowest available price for that exact item. Amazon has what's called a buy box, and it highlights one seller by default, but if you scroll down on the product page, you'll find a section that says Other Sellers on Amazon. Sometimes the exact same item, same brand, same quantity is sitting there for $2 or $3 less from a different seller with the same Prime shipping. The buy box seller paid to be featured. The lower price seller is right there underneath. Most people never scroll. It takes 4 seconds. Number two is the one that almost nobody over 50 knows about, and honestly, it should be talked about a whole lot more. Amazon offers a discounted Prime membership for people who receive government assistance, including Medicaid. It is called Prime Access, and it cuts the monthly cost of Prime membership down significantly compared to the standard rate. But here is the thing, and this matters. Amazon does not automatically check if you qualify. You have to go to their website, search for Prime Access, and verify your eligibility yourself. It takes about 2 minutes. If you or someone in your household qualifies, you could be overpaying for Prime every single month right now without knowing it. That is the kind of thing that should be on a sign at the checkout, and it never is. Before we get to number one, I want to say something. My mother raised 5 kids on one income in a house where nothing was wasted and nothing was overpaid if she could help it. She clipped coupons before it was something people made videos about. She would have loved knowing that these systems exist, and I think about her every time I find one of these. This stuff matters. It's not about being cheap, it's about being smart with money that you earned. Number one. This is the one, and once I tell you, I want you to really sit with it because it changes how you shop. Amazon search results are not a neutral list of the best products at the best prices. They are an advertising system. The first several results you see when you search for almost anything are paid placements. Brands pay to appear at the top. That does not mean they are the best product. It does not mean they are the best price. In many cases, you are buying something that simply had a bigger advertising budget. The actual best rated, best value product is often sitting on page 2 or 3, or it's on page 1, but buried below the sponsored listings with a small sponsored label in the corner that most people skim right past. The fix is simple. When you search for something, filter your results by average customer review, and then look for items that have at least a few hundred reviews, not thousands, because products with inflated review counts are a separate issue altogether. The ones with 300 to 800 honest reviews and a 4.4 or higher rating are very often the better buy. I switched from a brand name dish brush I was reordering every month to one I found this way. It was $4 cheaper and has lasted me 3 times as long. The first one was sponsored, the second one was just better. Amazon is a tool. And like any tool, you get more out of it when you understand how it actually works instead of how it presents itself. The search is not a service. The buy box is not a recommendation. The default price is not the final price. Every single item on this list today costs you nothing to use. No app to download, no membership to add, just a small shift in how you look at the screen. Which one of these are you going to try first? If there's one I missed that you use all the time, leave it in the comments. I read them and I genuinely want to know. And YouTube has already picked out another video it thinks you'll love. It's right there waiting for you next.